Well, hmm. Hmm. Somebody's on here. Hey, Mary, how are you doing today? Hello, hi, Holly, how are you doing today? Good. I'm glad you're hanging in there. It's been a crazy time for us. I don't know about you. Hello, Mr. Rid DJ. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mary. Very, very sorry to hear that. Thank you, Mr. DJ. I went and had my MRI this morning, CAT scan last week, so I'm hoping that they'll find nothing's wrong. You'll definitely be in my prayers, Mary. Let me write that down so I won't forget. Did they catch it early enough to be able to do something for you, or? I'm hanging in there, Brenda. You know, it is what it is. Been crazy, crazy. We've been busy and trying to get everything accomplished and taken care of since my sister passed, so. Yes, I'm not struggling with exhaustion, but I'm, because I wake up way early anyway. It's really weird, but I do. And I'm just struggling with figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing. We had a giant birthday party for two of my grandkids. They're two, a boy and a girl in the same household. So we split them, the differences, and made it on a Sunday between the two of their birthdays. And we celebrated that yesterday. So that was really crazy because we had to go and do the bees first thing in the morning. I'm sorry that the video did not come out right. On the on the video. Oh, I'm just going to wring his neck. He is using a chainsaw out there. I hope it's not bothering you guys. Can you hear that on the video? So we were able to get the rest of the bees so far. We think we got the queen, but not positive. We didn't see her, but we got a lot of bees. Yesterday morning, we had literally gotten a lot of bees the day before, but yesterday morning when we came back, they were clustered all up in a one piece where we had it opened, and they were just hanging there. We started sucking them out of there, and won't you know, the stupid DC adapter or whatever it is to go from battery to plug-in, brand spanking new, David had just bought it, went out. I mean, it totally would not work. So he ended up getting in there, and he just reached in and got them with his fingers and went like this and boom down into the box, and we got as many as we could out. So then the vacuum cleaner was going and it was still sucking a little bit, so I was getting one bee at a time. David says, I don't know, I can't believe you're up there with no gloves on. I said, it ain't bothering me. I'm not worried about them. They're not going to sting. And if they sting my hands, oh well. So neither one of us got stung, praise God. They were really calm bees. But anyways, I tried to make the video yesterday about what was going on this week with the bees and all that kind of stuff, and that I got a new little buddy. My son raises cur dogs, and he's got a really great bloodline established. He's been doing this for years and has had some really champion hunting dogs out of these dogs that he breeds. And every time he breeds them, all of his buddies want one. Well, one of his buddies had gotten one, and I really wanted a male really bad. There was one female left, and I kept hee-hawing around because I really wanted a male for my Ginger, because I felt like a female would be too much. They might fight. But since Fred died, she has nobody, and she's been really, really, really showing her loneliness. So I decided to go ahead and bite the bullet and go ahead and get the female. Well, yesterday when I got there, one of his buddies that had bought one from him had him take it back because he didn't have the time to train it. Well, the dog is really gorgeous, and he is so well behaved. Last night we put him in the kennel for the night. He didn't cry or whine. He didn't go to the bathroom in it. He slept all night long, and did really, really well. This morning I took them out. They went to the bathroom, and they've been playing out back all day long together. So that's given her something to do other than chasing my chickens. She hadn't even looked at the chickens since he's been there. They've been playing and wrestling, and just, I mean, it's like all of a sudden she went from an old lady to a little teenager. I'm glad you can't hear it too bad. I hope he doesn't come around the windows. I might have to go out there and choke him. Men, they don't think much when it comes to me doing stuff. Now here he comes. David, can you hear me? Or have you got that thing on your head? He went down the hallway, so I don't know what he's doing. So anyways, it's been crazy around here. I have been enjoying the craziness because it keeps my mind off of things. Although I'm really seriously worried about my mother. She called me this morning and asked me to come and take her to pay a bill that she hadn't paid for 3 months. I don't know how she could do that, but can you hear me? He's got things on his ears. I should throw something at him. He's in a world of his own. But so how is everyone else doing? Is it still cold there, Brenda? Is it still cold there, Brenda? Oh. I don't know what he's doing over there. Hello, David. I'm throwing things at him and he still don't see it. Turn the volume. Turn your volume off.
Oh. Okay.
And keep that stuff off your head if you're going to come in here and sit and talk to me.
I'm trying. Okay, I'm going out because I can't find the speaker button.
It's on the side of your phone.
Oh.
Turn your volume down.
Okay, go.
That's one of the other things about being crazy lately. I'm like, my emotions are really strong and high, and I don't have much patience with anybody. So please pray for me. But anyways, Mary, I'm going to pray for you right now. I know you didn't get a chance to answer me, or at least I didn't see. Oh, maybe you did. I'm sorry. So I am going to pray for you now. And I am so sorry to hear that. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray, Lord, that you bless Mary and that you give her some quality time, because she said she's terminal. And I pray, Lord, that they're wrong and she's not. But if it's your will, Lord, I pray, Lord, that you give her peace and know that she's loved, and that you bring her home to be with you. In your name, amen. I'm so sorry to hear that. Let's see. Oh, I wonder which bird you heard. It could have been my macaw out back. We finally moved him out back, so he's not as right there when we're in there. And that's the cockatiels that you hear. And that's the golfing cockatoos. Each one of them has a different pitch. Thank you, Brenda. Get him straightened out. So it's been a crazy, crazy weekend and a crazy week because of all the stuff that's going on. And I praise the Lord that He's keeping me busy so I don't focus on the things that are sad in my life, and that I can keep positive. And I go probably the end of the month to find out my results and everything. So that'll all work its way out. It is on His hands, Mary. That's what I feel with mine too. If mine comes back, it's in His hands, and I know where I'm going. So it gives me comfort to know that. So I'm just praying that He gives you comfort like He does me. It's hot today. I don't even know how hot it is. Let's see here. It's 72 degrees right now, but it feels like it's 100. I think I'll be changing into some shorts and
my
tank
phone
top.
says 66.
Okay, I don't need anything from the peanut gallery. My phone says 72, and it's hot in here. I'm sweating. See my face? I'm sweating.
Well, you don't appreciate nothing, do you?
I love you. I have to go down and do some friend's hair today after this live, so they're going to help out me. I'd like to tell them some other things, Brenda, but I have to behave myself when I'm like this. It's hot. So anyways, the puppy's doing really good, and I'm worried about my mom. She's just not doing too great at all. He's got to go over and have my mom's tree down today. So, and then he's got to go and work on the wall, putting the wall back together again. And I'm so glad that Teresa's going to Mississippi with you, Brenda. I sure wish I could afford to go. I really need a vacation. Even if I went by myself. But it's hard to come up with that money right now. I'm trying. Sometimes it's a little hard. David's been real patient with me for the most part, but I guess I'm trying his patience today. So, anyways, Brenda, when are you going to start your seeds? When you get back from the gathering? We transplanted some of the seeds in the barrels that we put up the other day. I want to get that video up and running, but I still can't get my videos to go onto this computer either. And I don't know how to use this iMovie or whatever it is that's on this computer. So one of these days I'll get somebody to teach me how to do it. Teresa's helping me do it a little bit at a time, but she doesn't, because we're over the thing. It's like by the time she tells me something, I'm already into something else. So it's a little hard for her to do that. But I have a sister that knows about Max, but there's some issues going on, so she can't help me right now. So maybe one of these days soon I'll get somebody that knows something about Mac to teach me. But I've probably got about 4 or 5 videos at least. I could make even more with the B stuff that I'm doing, the classes and stuff. And all that. But we didn't get the greenhouse finished. So I'm going to have to come up with a different plan. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were close to doing that. I need to get cold weather crops growing now. Yeah. Now, will Paul take care of that while you're gone? And how long are you planning on being gone? 3 or 4 days? I think I lost all my arugula. I'm not for sure positively, but we'll see. There's sometimes when you just feel like you shouldn't have got out of the bed that morning. Today's one of them days. But I had to go get that stupid MRI. And of course, I don't know about you guys, but I'm claustrophobic and I had a panic attack during the thingy. And all I could do was lay there and breathe and keep my eyes closed and just pray and pray and breathe and pray and breathe. Because it was bad. But the girl said I was good, so I'm like, I'm glad you thought so. I don't know. The structure part is done, but we didn't get the panels on it, and we're going to get rain all week. Oh no, that's terrible. And with rain comes a lot of clouds too. I've got to put out more seed because I'm going to put more things out. I'm so glad that I do the things that I do sometimes. Sometimes I'm a hoarder of certain things like dirt, compost, rabbit manure, different things like that. So, and I have places in the yard for them and stuff like that. So I'm looking to hopefully have enough to fill up some more of the barrels that we cut in half. We've got 2 of them up, but I just have to get everything up off the ground. There is something that's tunneling. The tunnel is at least this big around throughout my whole yard, and I'm scared to death of what is tunneling there. Is it going to get my chickens? You know, because there's no bottom to my chicken pen. Is it going to tunnel up the underneath there? And because you know we did have a possum. I don't know if possums tunnel or not. I hate MRIs. I'm with you, Kathy. I'm going to be going in for another biopsy and PET scan, trying to figure out where the cancer originated. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. The PET scan, see, this is what frustrates me. My doctor was supposed to give me a Valium to calm me down so that I can lay there and relax. Well, she didn't do that because, of course, they don't like Valium anymore. They want you to take this other stuff, and the other stuff gives me agitation. So, whatever. I don't take any medicine at all anytime, but I do know when I had the MRI several years ago, that's what they gave me, and it worked. And I'll be honest with you, I had a panic attack this time, but I didn't have it anything like I had the last one. The last one, the guy couldn't get me out of there fast enough, and it was right in the middle of it. So, let's see. I'm uploading a video where we cleared the space to put the greenhouse to YouTube. Cool. I'm glad to see that. I've been watching your videos over and over again, seeing what I missed too. I don't know if you knew that or not. I don't know if I told you. I've been watching yours and Teresa's and Patty's and somebody else. In between the times I'm watching other people's, I watch a lot of channels. I probably watch like at least 10 channels a day. That's a lot of time to be. But then again, I don't watch TV, so at nighttime, that's what I do. Do I have armadillos there? They dig holes and will destroy your yard. Yeah, we have armadillos, but I've never seen any around here in the yard or anything like that. Because I live in the city, and I've never seen any in this close, tight area. I see them quite a bit when I'm down in Melbourne and so forth, but never any here in Cocoa where I'm at. But yeah, I tried to kill a possum out there. That was you've seen him on the one of the videos. I thought I killed him. Yeah, I walked away to get something and to pick him up with. He got up and ran off whenever I turned my back. I don't know where he went. Then I found out that my neighbor killed him. So it made me feel better that I didn't have to be the one that killed him. But I can't take it. They were getting my chickens. So I hope you guys have a blast, Brenda. You and Teresa ought to really, really get along great on this trip. Just don't get in no trouble. Possums will kill chickens. Yes. Yes, they will. And that's why I did away with him. I tried to, but he fooled me. I'm gonna make another video. I'm gonna try to. I had to take the one down that you guys watched that was all audio messed up. That was really weird. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna video it like I normally do without any interruptions. Hopefully, in a few minutes, and I'm gonna upload that later on tonight. Of my mulberry tree. It is loaded, totally loaded. We have a crazy possum running around. Oh, he must be kin to me. I feel crazy. I feel so crazy today. Oh, you still haven't caught it? Oh. I mean, I clobbered this thing with a shovel, and I thought it was laying there. I thought it was dead, but it wasn't. It got up and left. And it was eating up all her stuff next door, so she got him. And it's the biggest possum I've ever seen in my life. It was as big as trying to think of what kind of dog it would be. It was bigger than cats, and I don't know, it was huge. Possum eat a ton of ticks if you can keep them out of the chickens. Well, I don't have ticks, praise God. I've never ever had ticks here. There's only a couple of times I've seen ticks, and that's one time whenever I had tick on me whenever I was a kid. Found one in my navel, of all places. Why in the world would it have gotten in my belly button? And then my brother-in-law and sister-in-law lived in Rockledge. I can't remember if it's the same house that they're living in now. I think it was a different house. I think it was a different house than they live in now. They moved in, everything was fine. And 2 weeks later, they had bought this house and everything. They were so frustrated. They had ticks walking up their walls in the house. Really bad. Yeah, he was just playing possum. Hello, Deb. How are you today? You guys, I downloaded Marco Polo, and someone is going to have to explain it to me. Oh, girlfriend, it's so easy. When you gotta actually put somebody on there, and you just call them and you speak into the phone. They can see your face as you're talking to them. And you can even on my phone. I don't know about everybody else's phone. I have an iPhone, and I can change it to where I can show Teresa things that I'm talking about. Like sometimes I'll go out and show her some of the fruit or something like that. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. You should, and you can add me if you want to. You could messenger me, and I'll give you my phone number to add on there. We could swap phone numbers or something. Doing fine here. I was just out running a few errands and came home to find that you're having a live chat. had to join up. Oh, thanks, Deb. Nice to have you here. It's been crazy. A lot of the people, I know you're new. A lot of the people on here know me and know that I've gone through a lot of stressful stuff lately. I lost my sister on the 20th. And just family dynamic is in. We're into bees, and we've been doing a lot of bee videos too. A lot of bee schools. In fact, tomorrow night we're going to bee club. We love bees. Thank you. She's in a better place, honey. She was very, very, very sick. She had 5 major breaks of bones in her body and was in severe pain all the time. So I know she's doing better, and she's up there with my daughter having fun. At least that's what I'm picturing. Her and my daughter were like sidekicks, 2 peas in a pod all the time. My daughter would say, "Hey, Mom, I'm going to visit Aunt Kim," and she'd hop on a plane. Now, mind you, she was in a electric wheelchair, and I don't think she ever even got somebody to help her to the plane or anything like that. She'd just make her appointment. She'd hang her bag on the wheelchair, and she'd take off down through the thing, and they'd be like, "Don't you need any help?" She said, "Nope, I got it." The dogs are going to carry on. I hope the little one isn't trying to get out. Yeah, she is at peace now. But my sister would call me and she'd say, "Kathy, I just want to keep her." They just loved each other so much. My sister only had 1 child, which was a boy, and I had 2 girls and a boy, and she always wanted a little girl too, so it's kind of neat. We shared her a little bit. She was my oldest, and she's the oldest grandchild in our family. So she kind of was a little bit spoiled, but she was a really, really exceptionally good child. And still to this day, I don't know. I go to call her or say something to her, and I'm like, "Catherine, what is wrong with you?" She's been gone, I think, 5 years now. So, and I'm doing the same thing with my sister. So I think when you lose somebody, it just never really goes away. You just kind of, especially if you're in a routine of talking to them all the time, you kind of, and for the longest time, she would call me and she'd sing to me, and she'd call me and say, "I just called to say I love you," and sing that song, and I just crack up. And it was really weird. She did that, and I kept it on my phone for a little bit just before she passed away, and then I had it forever. And every time I wanted to hear her voice or something, I'd play that, her singing to me, and it just gave me so much comfort. And she said, when she passed away and everything, it would give me comfort. And then my phone crashed, and I lost it, and I lost that. And I'm telling you, I cried for days over that one. They were both awesome people. And that's why my mom is so distraught too, because, my sister lived with her, and my mom was helping take care of her and everything. And she didn't need a whole lot of care. She came over here, and I showered her and stuff like that, but she didn't need a whole lot of care. But my mom would have to make sure that she ate and stuff like that. So, but it's crazy. It'll be 40 years the 15th of this month since I lost my mom, and I miss her more than ever. To be honest with you, Brenda, I think I would, if I lost my mom right now, I think I would just totally have to be put in the loony bin because I've lost so many people. And just two of them right in a row was hard. My brother-in-law passed away on the 14th, and then my sister passed away on the 20th. And they usually come in threes. We lost a bunny rabbit, so I'm praying that bunny rabbit was the third person, because I can't take anymore, and I sure heck don't want to lose Mama. And she scared me pretty bad today. I could not tell you when the last time she ever asked me to come and get her and take her somewhere because she didn't. She felt anxious and not able to drive. So it's sent me for a tailspin. And I don't even know, with my brother-in-law, I don't know when we're going to have his funeral because my sister-in-law lives in Alaska, and she's the one that's coming to do all that. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Holly. My daughter passed away around 5 years ago, and then my dad passed away like 3 years ago, I think. And that likes to kill me because I was going through all that cancer stuff, and I just had a heart attack and made it through that. And my dad was rooting for me constantly. You can do it. You can do it. He was so proud of me. Said, I've never met anybody as strong as you, Kathy. For you to go through all the stuff that you go through, I don't know how you do it. So I told him, I said, I just give it to God. You know, I cry about it when I cry about it, and I give it to God whenever I can do that. Yeah. Wow. And I'm sure that's hard, Mary, not having your mom too. So I've got some other things I wanted to talk about on here today too, before my time is up. I got some really good buys, and I tried to do that video too. I don't know if I'm going to get that uploaded either, because like I said, I can't get the computers to working right. I got somebody had asked me to do some more of the one-day bagger things, and I got that to do and put up, and I'm going to go by there today because I'm going to Melbourne to do some hair, and I'll have some money to pick that up. But my dad died of brain cancer, diagnosed in January, died in May. Wow, that's quick. So I'm going to get those videos out, and as soon as I can. And I'll make another one of that today. I don't think I'm going to go to the bread store. Every time I go to the bread store, I spend more money than I want to because I'm buying donuts and crap for the kids, and I don't really want them in the house. I can't eat them, and I don't want to be tempted when I'm in a state like I am today. Even though I got strawberries and stuff to eat in there, I just I don't want them in the house. I don't eat sweets, but man, I'll tell you, when you're howling down in the dumps, and I don't know if y'all know this or not, but one of the reasons why I'm really glad that I don't eat sweets is because sugar feeds cancer. And I was never told that at all. And I can't remember who told me it. And I asked the doctor, and she said, "Oh yeah, it does." And I'm like, well, that would have been nice to know if you would have told me, because I drink Dr. Peppers like there was no tomorrow. But so tomorrow night we're going to the bee club down in Palm Bay, which I enjoy very much so, and it also feeds yeast. I didn't know that either. Well, I'm glad you're not giving in, Mary. The kids' party was really a blast. They got a whole ton of water balloons, and she had a little, one of those little blow-up round swimming pools, and she filled it with water, and she was filling it and the balloons at the time. She twisted them ties and tossed them in there, and my son was filling them up in the front hose, and their yard looked like somebody had an explosion of balloons all over their yard all at one time. It was so they made the kids go and pick up all the little balloons. I was like, yes, don't want any of them dogs, them puppies eating them. So, but I can't get over this puppy. He's so. I'm surprised that the dude said he didn't have time for him, because unless maybe he's going out of town or something. He keeps him in a business though. So he was supposed to be a guard dog for a business. That front door keeps going. We've got the house opened up because, like I said, it was 73 degrees in here. Of course, David said it was something else. I got 72 now. But sometimes our phones don't match. I have to look in the car when I go down to Melbourne, see what the temperature is. Let's see. That's why diabetics have problems with yeast infections. I didn't know that. I don't have diabetes. I have hypoglycemia. And I didn't realize how bad it was until after I had my stomach surgery, because now when I don't eat and then I do eat, sometimes I will fall out really bad. So I have to go lay down and sleep it off. And when I wake up, I'm all right again. That's really weird feeling. And now I figured out what it is, so I'm just going to go lay down and get it over with. But anyways, I'm on the way to getting more subscribers. Praise God. I'm almost to 700, and I think I'm lacking like 8 or 9. I'm not really positive. I looked today, which I'm really happy for. I I'd like to go monetize so that I can go off my phone anywhere I want to. But you have to hit that 1,000 subscribers. It'll come soon, whenever the Lord says I need it, right? Teresa's working today, and she's taking a later lunch, so she probably won't ever come on this afternoon. Why I'm to be on the very low carb, high protein diet, no red meat. Wow. Now see, they told me I'm on a low carb, high protein diet too, because I had the sleeve done. They were concerned about liver cancer, and they changed it. I like to grow my little channel too. I have a lot of fun with it, and I've met so many nice people through it. Yes, I agree that too, Deb. And what I love too is the homestead community. Even people that are not in homesteading come on our channels, and they come to our different events and stuff and have a great time. Hello, I'm going crazy, homestead. Okay, homeward bound. We'll go crazy together. I'll join you. I've already had it there several times today. For some reason, my brain isn't working. I can't remember your first name. But yeah, I am going crazy. I'm definitely going crazy. I could just scream sometimes. Last week, it was so hard getting what I needed to get done, and keeping the kids in line. They just were like little hellions, and they're always good. I just don't know what was wrong with them. 2 days, I was so embarrassed. I went out, and of course one of the times I have to be with David. We went to breakfast on Saturday morning, and they're just acting a fool. I was like, in my day, when I was growing up, buddy, my grandpa, and he never hit me. He tried to hit me one time, and the dog bit him. But my grandma would say, "Ben, take her in there and spank her," and he'd go in the bedroom, and he'd say, "Now bend over the bed," and he'd whack the fire out of his leg, and I'd scream. It was so bad. He just couldn't spank us girls. So in my day, I'd have gotten backhanded probably. But when my papa did look, he'd look at me, and I said, "It's okay, Daddy. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'll be good. I'll be good." But he'd give me that look like, "What are you doing?" And I knew I better behave. I don't know why I was scared of him, because he's the biggest softy in the world. And when David's around, the kids they'll look at him like, "But Papa," and he gives in. It drives me insane. Oh, thank you, Mary. That was sweet of you. Yeah, if you don't have somebody on here, definitely go over and check them out, because everybody on here, I believe, is good channels, and you'll have a lot of fun. And if you are into any type of homesteading, you'll learn something from them. Even if you don't, you can watch what they're doing and enjoy watching them work. Right? Thank you, Deb. So I have to tell you, though, even though David was letting them get carried away, it was both times with David. One at breakfast and one on Friday when we went to Lowe's. Oh my goodness gracious, them kids was all over the place. And they was running through the store. I was like, oh my word, you did not just do that. And she said, Laura looked at me and she said, oh yes, I did. And I wanted to say, bam, but I didn't. I was good. We got in the car. I said, Laura, I want you to know in my day, my grandma would have got a switch and she would have beat my butt. David said, yeah, we should pull over and get us a switch. She says, what's a switch? I said, I'll show you. Well, I forgot to show her when I got home what a switch was. She wouldn't be doing it if she ever got the switch. Not that I'd ever do that, but it would be funny for her to think it. All right. Thanks, Holly. I'll see you next time, honey. Love you too. And thanks again for the card, Holly. I agree that, Mary. Too much junk on TV. And I really have to be careful what I watch because of the kids, too. And I find that YouTube, I don't really have to censor anything. Because the kids, even a lot of people say, well, don't let them watch dispatched animals and stuff like that. But let me tell you something. My grandkids are right out there helping us whenever we're doing it. And they know where their meat comes from. They don't think like my daughter, Ashley, she just turned 19 years old. I about fell over one day. She was about 11 years old, I think. I'm pretty sure she's about 11. I could be wrong. Anyways, she was pretty old for to be thinking this stupid thought. We were talking about, she says, oh, there's that funny sign where the cows are wanting you to eat somewhere, a Chick-fil-A or something. I don't remember, whatever the Chick-fil-A sign was. She was making a funny about it. I said, well, don't you realize that cows are beef? They're hamburger meat. And she looked at me. She said, you're crazy, Mom. I said, yeah, I'm crazy. And you're stupid because that is what it's made of. No, it's not. It's not really. I said, what do you think hamburger's made out of? She says, fake meat. I said, fake meat? Yeah, fake meat. I said, no, they have fake hamburgers that are vegetable hamburgers, but they still make them out of vegetables. I said, well, nowadays you never know what they're made of, but unless you grow it yourself and make it yourself. Hey, Pete, how are you doing, honey? She says, they do not. I said, we were on the way to school. I said, just ask your teacher. If you don't believe me, ask your teacher. Why would I lie to you about that? Why would I lie to you, period? You don't like what I got to say, don't listen to me. She was a little pain in my butt sometimes. But she's like, oh, Mom, how can we eat that? I'm like, you don't seem to have a problem when you're cramming it in your mouth. Oh. Anyways, I'm glad you guys joined us, but I'm fixing to get off here. I've got to go and do some hair today and hopefully do a little bit of bartering for it and get some stuff that I need. So y'all have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time here. And again, I'll be keeping you in my prayers, Mary.